I'm going to show you how to go from nothing to a fully hosted website with an AI generated logo and content, as well as a custom domain name. And the way we're going to do this is with Elementor Hosting, one of the few platforms that integrates so nicely with WordPress. Let's get right on into it. Go to elementor.com, or better yet, use my affiliate link in the description below to support me in this channel directly. And let's click on Get Started. On the next page here, we see this massive library of website templates that you can use as a basis for designing your website. They have everything from e-commerce stores, blogs, business websites. And the one I like here is this digital marketing studio. So for any one of these, you can click on preview design just to see what it looks like before you go ahead and start editing it. And the reason I like this design is because it kind of showcases some of the powerful things that Elementor can do as far as user engagement. So as you scroll down this page, you can see how some of these animations are kind of grabbing your attention. Imagine your user on your website scrolling through your page and seeing these animations. It would have a similar effect with them as well. So for that reason, let's go ahead and choose this as our website design. You can pick any one, but for this tutorial, we'll pick this one. And you can click on Start with this design up here in the right corner. Now, as you can see, it costs $10 per month for the first year, and then the second year and beyond, the normal price is $15 per month. And for that, you get fully managed WordPress hosting. You also get access to the Elementor Pro plugin, which alone is a $99 per year value. So if you subtract that from your web hosting, you're looking at much cheaper than $10 a month or $15 a month. You also get an access to Elementor AI free trial, which I'm going to show you how cool that is in this video today, as well as SSL and CDN from Cloudflare, which secures and makes your website faster, as well as premium support, which is live chat and email 24/7, 365. So go ahead and click on Buy Now. And on this page, you can create your account, confirm your plan, enter your billing info, and choose a payment method. And when you have that all filled out, click on Pay Now. On the next page, it's going to ask you if it's your first time building a website. For me, it's not. Just answer honestly. I've built a website before. Click Next. And now you can name your website. My website is called Margarita Marketing. And then finally, we can click on Create My Website. Elementor is going to do its thing. Here it says it's going to take about 5 minutes. In my experience, it's been a lot less. But when that finishes, I'll catch back up with you guys. All right, at this point we have a fully functioning WordPress website, which, like I said, we can use this as a template for making our business's website. And the first thing I want to do for my website, Margarita Marketing, is change the color scheme, and Elementor makes that really easy. So let's go from this pink background and kind of red text theme to something else. And we don't have to change each individual element here. We can come up here to Site Settings, and Elementor has this feature called Global Colors, where we can change all of these individual colors and they'll change site-wide. So turn off the style guide preview so you can see what you're changing. And let's just start with this primary color here. If we don't want red, we can slide it and immediately see all of the colors on the website update. So these headers, the outline for this box, the subtitles, pretty much any one element that is considered a primary element will change to be that color. So like I said, I want my colors to be pink and green, and I actually have a hex value picked out for my pink, something like this. So I'll change the primary color to that, the secondary color to that. I want my text to be maybe like a dark gray, and the accent I'll have pink as well. All right, now that looks good. So instead of this light pink background, let's change that. Same as before, you can make it any shade of color that you want. For me, I have my green picked out. I want it to look something like this. Okay, so not too bad, just a couple clicks and we changed a lot of the website so far. Next, let's do the fonts. So let's back out of here, save our changes. And then just like before, we'll go to Site Settings, Global Fonts. And then for the primary font here, you can click on the pencil. And then if we scroll down the page here, instead of the Laura family, we can pick something else like Love Ya Like a Sister. It's a little bit more creative. Let's go with that for now. And we can change the size of this. Instead of it being 58 pixels, we can make it smaller or bigger. I think I'm going to go try to fit this all on one line, so that looks good. And then for our text, our body text, we can do something very similar. instead of the Inter family, I'm going to do a basic Arial font, and I'll make the size a little bit bigger just so it's more readable, and then save those changes. All right, let's shift gears here and look at Elementor AI. Let's use AI to make our website's logo. So up here, they have this placeholder for your logo. Click on header to edit the header, and then come over here and click on logo to edit the logo. And we want to change this logo. So we'll click on change site logo. And while you do have the option of designing your logo in another platform and uploading it here, we're going to use Elementor AI to do that. And you can click on this button associated with this site logo that says create with AI to do that. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to do this a couple times throughout this video. First time, agree to the terms of service and privacy policy and click on get started. And here are some examples of what Elementor AI can do for you. So what do we want? I want a logo with a margarita using green and pink colors. You can give it any type of prompt that you want. Down here, image type, you can select what type of image you want. I want mine to be handmade. You can further select a type of style. I think I want, let's just see what they come up with. I won't pick a style, and I want mine to be square. So let's generate those images. Okay, and just a few seconds later, we have a few different AI generated options to choose from. If you don't like any of one of these, you can either generate again, tweak your description, or change the image type. I'm going to change the image type to be digital art this time, and let's see what else Elementor AI can come up with. All right, here are 4 more options that were generated with AI. I really like this one up here in the upper left-hand corner. If you're not 100% satisfied with it, you can click on the edit image right here, and you can either expand it, do a generative fill, resize, generate variations of the same image. You can explore these on your own time, but the one that I want to do is remove the background. I just want the logo, no pink background. So let's click on remove background. And a couple seconds later, Elementor removes that background as we expect it. So this looks good to me. Let's use this image for our site logo. Now, right away, you won't see your logo updated. As it says here, changes will be reflected only after saving and reloading preview. So before we go ahead and refresh the page, let's add the site fave icon, which is this little guy up here. I'm going to just use the same one, and we can come in here to the media library and pick this, select, and we'll save our changes. And then finally refresh the page. Okay, as you can see, the logo starts out to be pretty small here, so that's not a problem. We'll edit the site logo, and if you come to the style tab here, we can make the height be bigger than 28 pixels. We'll do maybe 74 pixels. That looks good. Okay, the other thing that I wanted to change here, if we come into site settings again, is the site identity. So we'll come down here and click on that. And instead of this default site description, let's use AI to generate that as well. So click on the Write with AI button this time. And they give you some suggested prompts here to craft a catchy slogan or write a strong section header. Let's do craft a catchy slogan for, and you don't have to use this, you can write whatever you want, but I want a catchy slogan for a company called Margarita Marketing. And I wanted to make it one sentence. So let's generate that text. And look what I came up with here. It says, let us shake up your brand with Margarita Marketing's refreshing strategies. I like that. I want it to be a little bit shorter, so I can click on make it shorter. And that's even better. Shake up your brand with Margarita Marketing's refreshing strategies. So let's use that text, and what it's going to do is put that in place of the site description. Let's go ahead and save those changes. Let's go through one more example with Elementor's AI generative text, and let's edit this main headline here, we make brands shine and competitors envious, to be something custom to our brand. So we'll click on the edit here, and just like before, edit with AI, and we'll make a new prompt, and this time I'll write it from scratch. I'll say write a headline for a company called Margarita Marketing. Generate text. All right, and this time it came up with Margarita Marketing serves up refreshing strategies to boost your business. Not bad. Let's go ahead and use that text. And just like before, since this is pretty big, we can change the size of that by clicking on the typography edit button. And let's try to make this just 2 lines here. So something like that. Now, one of the ways that you can make this even more engaging, and one of my favorite widgets in Elementor, which by the way, there are dozens and dozens of widgets here. We won't have time to get into them all in this video. But one of my favorites, like I said, is the animated headline. So let's drag that onto our editor. It's as easy as drag and drop. And instead of the normal heading, let's copy what the AI generated for us. And I'm going to right click on here and delete the old heading. And here it says this page is amazing. You can see it kind of circles the word amazing, which in my opinion is awesome engagement for your website visitors. I'm going to paste that in here. And what do we want to be highlighted in that text with the animation? Let's do boost your business, that whole thing. Let's have it circle boost your business. So now you can see that circle, and it doesn't have to be a circle. It could be an underline, or it can be a double underline, or I guess an underline and an overline, or your double underline like this one. You can choose whatever you like. Let's do the double underline for now. I'll come over here to style again and expand headline and change the typography, kind of like we did before, and make it 2 lines. Actually, let's do this. Let's have boost your business be on its own line. Okay, that looks good to me. Now let's continue to work our way down the page here just to show you another example of how easy it is to edit a web page with Elementor. Any one of these elements you can click on edit, and you can either directly in here by double clicking change something like from New York City to Nashville, or you can make your changes over here like this. All right, let's continue to go down the page here. The next element here is a carousel element. If you wanted to edit that, same thing as before, click on the edit image carousel, and you can see there's the preview of the images that the carousel is flipping through. There are so many different configuration options for that. If you want to change the images in here, you can upload your own. You can delete these, start from scratch, do whatever you want. If you don't like the carousel to begin with, you can right click on it like we did before and delete it. Any one of these sections, you could do the same thing for. The one section of this page that I don't want for my website is the client carousel. So for that, I can get rid of this whole section by clicking this X icon. It's the technical term for that is a container. So I'll click on that to delete that whole container. And the one last thing I wanted to show you down here, we're now entering the footer section of the page. So let's click on that. We'll have to first save our changes for the main body of the page. So we'll save that, start editing the footer. And now, for example, if we wanted to link our Facebook page or our Twitter page, we can come in here and click on the edit for the social icons widget. And in any one of these, we can click into that. And the link that we wanted to go to, for example, for Facebook would be https://facebook.com/margarita marketing. All right, that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and preview and test some of our changes here. So we can click on the eyeball here, preview changes, and then I'll open up your website in a new tab. And like you can see, we have our color scheme that we created, our animated headline. We got rid of the carousel up here. And let's see if our social link works at the very bottom. And it does. Apparently there is a company called Margarita Marketing. I did not know that, but there you go. Let's go back up to the top of our page. I want to look at the navigation bar, which is this bar at the top of your page. The one thing I noticed is that we have a contact us button here and a big contact us button over here. So I want to get rid of this one. How would we do that? Well, let me show you. So we can click on edit with Elementor. We want to edit the header here. And inside of our header, we have this element, the WordPress menu element. So we'll click on edit that. And as it says here, go to the menu screen to manage your menu. So let's click on that. This is going to open up our WordPress admin dashboard, and you can see home, services, work, about, and contact us are in here. So if we wanted to get rid of contact us, for example, we can expand it and click on remove. Now we can also reorder or rearrange the order of the menu structure. So if we wanted work to be before services, we can do that just by dragging and dropping. So we'll go ahead and save that menu, get out of here, and then we'll refresh the page to see those changes. And now we only have the 4 menu items here. Let's go ahead and preview our changes again. And let's actually go into the services page to see what this page looks like. And again, the website template comes with this pre-built page. I want to edit this page, so very similar to before, we can click on edit with Elementor. And I kind of want to start from scratch here. This is all kind of filler content, so I'm going to get rid of this container, and this container, and this container. And I'm going to add my own here. It's going to be 2 columns. Another one of my favorite widgets in Elementor, I'm going to click on add element here, is the price table element. So you can drag one on the left, and then we'll do the same thing on the right. You see what I'm going for here. So this is like a comparison of the prices of the services that I offer. So you can individually edit any one of these. So for this one, we can say buzzworthy SEO. And for the one on the left, we can do something like sipping pretty SEO. And we'll make that one, instead of $39.99 a month, we'll make it $20 a month. And then the one on the right, buzzworthy SEO, we'll change that price to $99 a month. And then for each one of these features, you can say what is included in there by editing just like this, and you get the idea. Now for the container, we can add a gap between the columns by editing the container, and I'm going to make the width a little bit narrower. And then down here for gaps, I'm going to make the column gap a little bit wider. Okay, not too bad for just a few minutes here in the Elementor editor. I think you get the idea of how easy it is to create and design web pages with Elementor Pro. The one other thing that I wanted to show you here, instead of manually creating these price tables or any of the elements, you can also come in here and look at the pre-designed templates that they have. They have these blocks, which there's a wider range of them. Again, we won't have time to go into them all, just show you a few of them. Here's a form for scheduling an appointment, a 404 page, this page is not available page. You can search through these. I'm going to search for a price table, and they have a whole bunch of those. So instead of manually creating them like we just did, you can just insert one of them directly into your template, and you'll get something like this. Okay, so when you're ready to go live with your website, you can come up here. Instead of previewing the pages, this time we'll publish them to the public. So click on the publish button. And if we come back into our Elementor dashboard by clicking on manage this website, you'll see that your website has this domain name. So we'll change this in just a second to a custom domain name. I'll show you exactly how to do that. But when you click on it, it'll open up in a new tab and you'll see the changes. But the one thing here that you have to know, site lock mode is on. So because I'm signed in Elementor, I can see what's happening. But let's say we go to a guest window and try to go to our web page. This is what anybody who goes to your website will see at this point. Website is hidden right now. So in order to get rid of the site lock, you come back into your Elementor dashboard down here at the bottom. All we have to do is turn the site lock off and unlock the site. And now if we go into a guest window where we're not signed into Elementor, your website is now publicly accessible to the internet. The next thing I'm going to do is connect my domain name, which I've already registered, margaritamarketing.com. I'll assume that you have a domain name too. If not, go ahead and register a domain name, and then I'll walk you through the process. What you want to do is come over here to the Manage Domains tab, and then click on Connect Your Domain. My domain name is margaritamarketing.com. Okay, so let's begin. Here, Elementor is going to walk you through the process of signing into your domain provider, finding your domain settings page, finding your DNS records, and then updating your DNS with these values. I'm going to show you how to do that. So I registered my domain name with NetIM, and here it is, margaritamarketing.com. In here, instead of DNS settings, it's called a zone file. That might be similar for you. And what we want to do, it's going to look different for you on your screen if you don't use NetIM, but very similar. You just want to create a new record, and the type of the record is going to be an A record. And then we'll come back over here, and the value of the record is going to be this IP address. So I'm going to copy that, and then in here, paste it in for the target. So I'll confirm that. And then back over here, it says we want to do another record, a CNAME record, this time with this value. So I'm going to copy that value, create a new record of type CNAME, and then paste in the target. And the name for this one is going to be www, as you can see here. So I'm going to type that in, www, confirm. Okay, and as you can see here, success, the record has been created. Now, back over in your Elementor hosting dashboard, You can click on the button that says I updated my records, connect my domain, so we'll do that. And here it says that it could take up to 72 hours for the propagation process to happen. You got an email when that is finished. Let's see how long it takes this time. In reality, for me, I got my confirmation email just 5 minutes later. And as you can see here, margaritamarketing.com is the primary domain name for my website. And when I go to margaritamarketing.com in a web browser, the website loads just fine. Another important thing I want to show you how to do is access your WordPress admin dashboard. So from your Elementor hosting dashboard, click on the 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner and then select WordPress admin. In a new tab, that's going to open up your WordPress admin dashboard. And in here, you can do everything from creating new blog posts to creating new pages, managing your media, responding to comments, installing plugins, and so much more. Now, at this point, if you're still on the fence about whether or not Elementor hosting is right for you, then I recommend that you check out this video next to see how Elementor hosting stacks up against other web hosting providers.